I have to admit, some Facebook form. Not as a Facebook member, as I'm not, but because my business did ban Facebook for a matter of days only, some time ago, and opened it up when employees complained. Just picking up on what Richard said, you know, my answer is, what do you do? It's actually double your efforts to begin the internal experimentation and process, because it's only by making it real and having, you know, the ability to have a proper dialogue based on real experience, or to show somebody a blog in an internal setting, that you can actually, you know, get those who are, you know, unknowing and risk averse to understand. So I think, you know, that whether your ultimate objective is in fact purely an external, you know, product, there is you know, a great value in doing internal things, really just to give you something to deal with these risk and other business issues that arise. I mean, it was interesting to hear Richard talk about the policy review, because, you know, I speak quite a lot at legal, you know, in legal settings, and whenever you go to a legal conference on blogging, you know, it's just all about the risks, and I sort of put my 2 pence in and say, well, actually, you know, we've been doing this stuff for X long and we don't have any blogging guidelines, and all the lawyers, you know, fall off their chair. And it's not, you know, it's not, as Struan said, you know, it's important to consider them, but actually the answer may not be a huge new five-page policy, because actually what we've lasted with so far as BT have is in fact all our existing policies worked okay.
Lee, what do you say to clients who have this problem?
Who ban Facebook?
Yeah.
I think you need to look at your attitude to risk, because the real risk is that you have such unusable systems, that you trust your employees so little that they work around every single restriction that you put in place. And I think that's a genuine risk. If you ask yourself, why did the HMRC debacle occur over these CDs being sent out through a courier? It occurred because they're shutting their eyes to real risks and they're managing what they think are risks, which is how a backward IT department thinks that you should put together a database system. And that was the problem, not personnel, not policy, not anything else. And in the company, if you try and lock things down so tightly that people work around it, then they are free to do what they like outside, and then you've got real risk. It's better that you recognise the reality and that you try and seek some kind of a middle ground or a compromise whereby you're not, you know, trying to stamp the official stamp on everything somebody does. You know, they have a private life and they can do things. But equally, if there's a crossover between their own networking and business-related things, then you need to really embrace that and encourage that. I mean, so many clients communicate with me via Facebook messages because they know that my inbox is so, you know, it's just a big dark hole basically, and things don't come out. So, you know, they use Twitter, they use Facebook, they use whatever is going to get my attention to respond to them. And that's the same with lots of organisations. You know, internal directories are so poor that people make their own on Facebook, in Facebook groups. You know, Ernst & Young have, you know, tens of thousands of people, like BT have got tens of thousands of people on Facebook. And, you know, assuming that you've hired the right people, they're intelligent and they're not all evil, then they must be doing something, you know, there which has got some benefit to them as individuals. So again, if you want to sit down with your IT people and let them run your organisation and define which, you know, primitive technologies they will impose on you for the next 5 years, go ahead. But all of your staff will be outside doing something else, because IT no longer have that monopoly on everything, you know, more technical than a digital watch. You can go online and procure a blog in 30 seconds. You can go online and set up a collaboration group in about 2 minutes. You can do these things outside. And so I think that's why the focus has got to be on, you know, recognising reality and embracing it as well.